Well, we are Rock Island Armory and Armscor. We are based in the Philippines, but the newest addition that we've expanded to is a factory in Cedar City, Utah. And that is where the 5.0E is manufactured. Now, the cool thing about this gun is that everything from the raw materials to the finished product is made entirely in the U.S. out of Cedar City, Utah. So this is the first U.S.-made firearm that Armscor and Rock Island Armory has produced. Now, what makes this gun so very different and interesting, aside from the physical look, from having a square barrel, that helps keep a lot of mass and weight on the front end of this gun. The lightning cuts help reduce weight that's reciprocating over your hand and also helps the slide cycle a little bit faster. And the real magic with this gun is actually located right here in the lower portion in the recoil system. So unlike a standard recoil system that any other firearm has, we actually have what is called the RVS system, or the ram valve system. So it's a completely proprietary and patented recoil system that was designed by one of our engineers back in the day. This is a gun that's been like 9 years in the making, right? Everything about this gun was designed by a competition shooter to reduce recoil. So this is probably the softest shooting production gun out of the box that you will experience today. MSRP on this firearm is $1988. For that, you get the firearm, you get 3 magazines that are 17 round capacity, you get the optics plates for RMR and RMSC, as well as the serrated flat black rear sight and then a fiber optic front sight. Trigger poundage is going to be around 3.5 pounds, and phenomenal shooting gun.
Is this barrel like internally comped as well?
No compensator on it, but I can tell you that when you shoot the gun, it will feel like it's got a compensator on it, because that's how minimalist the felt recoil and the muzzle flip is on this firearm.
What kind of magazine pattern does this firearm take?
So it's a proprietary magazine, but it's based off of the CZ75.
And what material is the frame made out of?
Aluminum.
For the other products you have on display over here, for these particular pistols, do they share the same holsters and magazines as other popular platforms?
So the STK line of firearms, so we got the STK 100 Ultra, we have the STK 150, and then STK 200. All of them run Glock magazines. So these two would run off the 17-round magazines for the Glock 17 size, whereas the 200 can run the 17 or the 19 size. And then the holsters will also run as far as Glock holsters go.
Please tell me about this pistol over here and this pistol over here.
So this is going to be a new addition to our lineup for the Baby Rock series. This is the LI 380. So it's going to be a double action, single action 380 pistol. The other thing that's interesting to note about it is that we do have porting on the slide and barrel. So again, for those people that are already having a hard time with recoil, on top of being a 380, you've also got some porting and comping on it. So you're able to help reduce that felt recoil for the shooter. The MSRP on this gun is $299, and it should be shipping out later this year. Then from there, the last one we've got, so this is a TAC Ultra. Now, TAC Ultra, we've been making these for years out of the Philippines. The difference between this version and our standard TAC Ultra is going to be that this particular version with the optics cut is going to be coming out of Cedar City as well. So basically, we're going to have parts kits sent from the Philippines over to Cedar City, where they will then assemble them and then mill out the slides so that you can mount a red dot optic on it as well. So it'll be a assembled in U.S. version of our high cap TAC Ultras.
And for this particular pistol, is the optics footprint pattern RMR or a different other type?
RMSC will be the initial foot pattern that we release until we do a little bit more developing and expand that.
Okay, and please tell me about the lever action rifle over there.
Yeah, so this is from RIA Imports. So the same company that manufactures our VR80 line of firearms also manufactures the TM line, which is a Diria out of Turkey. But this one is the TM22 lever action. So it's a 22 long rifle, lever action, but it's magazine fed instead of being tube fed like a traditional lever action is. Obviously, when you look at it, it's not the traditional cowboy gun. Rather, it's a little bit more modernized. You've got the polymer forend. You've got a rail system, so you can mount a red dot optic on there. It does have a rear sight and a front sight post if you want to continue to do that. Also has a 1/2x28 thread pattern, so it's ready to put a suppressor on it if you choose to do so. And then the buttstock is actually pretty cool because you have an adjustable cheek well that you can change the height of. as well as these shims right here, where it'll come with 3 shims, so you can actually lengthen or shorten the length of pull on this particular firearm. MSRP on the TM22 lever action is $399.
What is the minimum? Like a pull, minimum and maximum like a pull for this configuration?
Oh, that I'm not sure of exactly.
Okay.
So it'll ship also with 2 10-round magazines, but we have 15 and 25-round magazines available.
And will this share the same pattern magazine as the other Armscor Rock Island semi-auto rifles?
As long as it's got the TM line, then it'll run all the same magazines. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Thank you.